What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Astrum Sensei, and welcome back to another video of the Unreal Engine action role-playing game series. This is part 49, and in today's video we are going to be continuing what we did for the startup screen and the main menu. So we finished the start menu or the title screen, and if we press space you can see that the text fades out, and over here we should have the main menu. So right now we are going to create the main menu. But before we do that, make sure that you like the video, and if you are new, please subscribe for more awesome game development tutorials and Unreal Engine videos. And super special thanks to my precious patrons who have supported this series and this channel so much. So thank you very much, guys. And yeah, let us get started by first opening the main menu level, which I already have open. Now everything we've done so far has been in the level blueprint and in the widget for the title screen. So over here we have event begin play. When you begin playing the level, so you set the view target with blend. So this is what we set as the camera. And then we create the widget for the startup screen. Actually, I want to rename that. So I'm going to go to my blueprints, widgets, main menu. And instead of startup screen, I'm going to call it title screen. Because last night, I forgot to, I forgot what it was called. I thought it was called title screen, startup screen, but it's actually called title screen. So yeah, I just renamed it, and I'm gonna save so that we can see the changes here. So if we compile this, yeah, I think it's gonna change later here, but I think it shouldn't cause any problems. So if you press play, you can see that it's still here and it's animated and it looks great. So yeah, when we create the widget, we add it to the viewport and we play the animations for it. And if we press space, then we play the animation to fade out the entire thing. And we can remove the widget actually, so we are going to do that, but I think we should do it after a delay, because if you type in remove widget, remove all widgets, and if you compile it and try it out, so we have it working here, but if you press space, it's not going to fade out, it's just going to remove it straight up. So you need to check how long the fade out is, and then add a delay and remove, or add a delay, then you want to remove the widget, because you don't want it to cause any problems. So I'm going to go to the title screen widget and I'm going to check how long I made the fade animation. As you can see, it's 1.5 seconds long. So I'm going to make this 2 seconds. The delay is going to be 2 seconds. Actually, 2 seconds is too much, 1.8. And if you compile and press play, you can see that if you press space, it fades out and you don't notice they remove all of the widgets. So yeah, that's what you want. And instead of press space, we are going to fix this later. This is only a placeholder, so just ignore it and let us focus on the main menu for now. So we are going to start by working on the widget for the main menu, which we have already created in the previous video. So it's just an empty widget. If you want to create one and you don't know how, just go to user interface and create a widget blueprint. The main menu widget is over here and it's empty. So now that we are in our widget, let us start by designing our main menu. So over here in the widget editor, or whatever you call this, we have certain things that we can insert into the widget so that it looks like a menu. For example, we have text, we have buttons, and we have boxes that stack up your stuff either horizontally or vertically. For example, if you place both of them inside of the vertical box, horizontal box here, you can see them side by side. And if you place them in the vertical box, you can see them stacked on top of each other. So what we're going to do today is we are going to add a vertical box that we will have certain text and buttons inside, but in the final version, we are going to be using images instead, because we want to make a very highly customized main menu. But for now, as placeholders, stuff from here will do. So for now, we are going to add in a vertical box and scale it like this. And now that we have our box, we are going to be adding some buttons inside of it. So we are going to be adding continue, new game, load game, options, extras, and quit game. So how many are those? I didn't count. Okay, let's count them as we go. We have new game, load game or continue, new game, load game, options, extras, and quit game. And inside of each button, we can actually place text. So we are going to be doing that. You can just grab text and place it there. But instead of doing them all, I'm actually going to do only one and then I'm going to duplicate it. Same goes for the boxes. So I'm going to delete them all and focus on the first one. Now we have our box and our text. And what we need to do now is we need to customize it so that it looks a bit more, a bit more professional. So first thing we want to do, we are going to change the text to be called new game. And we can add a font. So fonts, you can just drag them into the engine and they're going to be imported into the content browser. So I've downloaded the font. It's called Hemihead, bold, italic, and I'm just gonna drag it and drop it here. So just drag and drop. And you can see that it asks you, would you like to create a new font asset using the imported font face as its default font? And you press yes. And now if you go back to your widget, if you go to the font part, which is over here, you should see that the font that you've imported is there. So we're going to click it. And as you can see, it looks great. We have new game. And yeah, let's just go back to the button and adjust it so that we know what it looks like. And then after that, we can go back to the text and customize it. So the first thing for the button we want to do is we want to decrease the opacity and change the color. So over here, you can see that there is the background color option. If you go to the alpha, you can see that you can decrease the background color, which is great. When it's hovered, you can change the color. For example, let's try it with red and see if it works. And when it's pressed, it should also have its own color, but let's not focus on that. Actually, no, let's try it too. So we have hovered, we have pressed and hovered. And if we give it a try, we should see if it works. So if we go back to the level blueprint, if we want to test this very quick, what we can do is replace the title screen widget here with the, actually no, that's not gonna work. Let's just disconnect this and create a new widget. Oh, not here, it's here. Create widget. And this widget is gonna be the main menu widget, and the owning player will be the get player controller. Now we're gonna disconnect it and give it a try. Yeah, we're not gonna need this either for now. Somehow it does not work. I think I forgot to add it to the viewport, so let's just do that real quick. And if you press play, it works. Now the hovered and the pressed aren't working, and I'm not sure why. I think it has to do with the button itself and not the text. Let's try making the opacity 1 again and testing it. So if you compile and play, you can see that it worked. So the opacity does not work because I changed the background color of the entire thing to 0, and that was a mistake. What we should do instead is, in the normal part, we should change it from here. So if you go to tint, this is what it's colored when nothing is pressed. I'm gonna make it gray, and I'm gonna decrease the opacity to 0.3 again. And if you compile and try to play it, you can see that it works. But of course it looks very ugly because the hovered color doesn't look very good. Okay, that's fine. We want to do it like this or like this. Yeah, like this. What we are going to do now is we are going to duplicate it again. And instead of new game, actually we're going to make the first one not new game. We're going to call it continue. And we're going to copy the text and rename it here. and the other one is new game. Instead of new game button, we're gonna call the first one, not the second one, continue button. Now we're gonna duplicate it again. The third one is gonna be load game. So instead of new game, I'm just gonna type in load. There you go. And I'm gonna rename it here, load game. And I forgot to do something very important, which is change the size of the text. So with them all selected, we can just change it easily by going here to the size section, and instead of 24, I'm gonna make it 48, double the size. And there you go. Now we have our menu. Now the buttons are very close to each other, and there is a way to fix that by using spacers. So if you go here and you look for a spacer, I think it's in the optimization. No, it's not there. Just type in spacer. It's easier than looking for it. And you should see the spacer there. And you can just place it in between them and increase the size of it. So not in this X, we're going to increase it in the Y. Yeah, I'm going to make it 30. Maybe 30 is too much. 20. 20 is too much too. 15. Yeah, 15. And you can just duplicate the spacer and place it somewhere else. Oh, why didn't it get duplicated? Oh, it did. Okay. And yeah, you just place it in between each two buttons down there. So we'll need two more. And there you go. We have spacers between them all. So what we can do to the text is we can add an outline, we can add a strike brush, or we can do the shadows. And yeah, I'm gonna do all of that. So I'm gonna have to select all of them, sadly, again. And we are gonna edit them all together so that we don't have to do it all over again several times. So with them all selected, make sure that you don't have any differences between them, because if you do, the settings are not going to be working for you with them all selected. So if they're all the same, you can just change the settings however you want and it's still going to work. So we're going to do a very thin outline of black. If you type in 2, I think 2 is fine. Yeah, it's very thin, you don't notice it. Actually, 2 is too much. 1? No, 2 is fine. And you have also several options here. I'm not gonna bother actually. We need to be quicker with this. We have the shadow color and the shadow offset. So we're gonna make the shadow color black. The shadow opacity, we're gonna make it 1, I think. And the shadow offset, why can't we change it like this anymore? I'm not sure. For example, if you added 15, yeah, too much, but you get the point. So I'm gonna make it 3 by 3, probably. Yeah, it looks great. And the shadow opacity, it's gonna be 0.4. Yeah, actually 5 by 5, like this. Looks great. And everything else just doesn't matter for now. We can come back and fix stuff later. This is a placeholder anyway, and we don't need to edit it too properly for now. So I'm gonna compile and try it out. So if you press play, you can see that you have your main menu. You can press continue, new game, load game, options, extras, quit game, and you can press them, and that looks great. Of course, things are way too far. I'm not sure. Should I keep Maria over here or should I put her in the front? I'm not sure. Okay, let's just figure it out piece by piece. Now, what we can do is we can actually place the game's logo again over here, but I'm not sure if we should do it or not. I don't think they place it twice if they have a title screen. You know, there's no loss in placing it for now, so I'm just gonna place it. Instead of typing main menu and stuff, I'm just gonna place it. Yeah, this is fine. So I'm gonna keep it like this. Now what we should do is we should make this work in the level blueprint. So we are going to do that right now. So now that we are sure that our main menu is looking good, what we want to do is we want to make it work in the level blueprint so that we can select stuff from it, and we want to also merge it with the title screen. So what we want to do first is, as a preview, we connected the set view target with blend to the main menu widget instead of the title screen, and we are going to stick with it for now. And we added it to the viewport. But if you press play and press new game, for example, or if you press on something that's not one of the buttons, the mouse will go away and it will act like you are playing the game, and we don't want that. So what we are going to do is we are going to set input mode user interface only, and the player controller is going to be the same player controller. Then what we want to do is we want to set show mouse, or just type in show mouse cursor, or just type in mouse cursor. Actually, it's not from here. You're supposed to get it from the player controller. So just type in mouse cursor, show mouse cursor. It should work again. It should work. Instead of getting it from here, it's not going to work from here. So you just connect it to the set input mode user interface only, and the set show mouse cursor should be true. And now if you compile and hit play and give it a try, if you press here, the mouse cursor no longer fades out or disappears, and everything works properly. But there's something with the continue button that doesn't work, and I'm gonna check it out later. I'm not sure what the problem is now. So now that we are sure that it works, what we want to do is we want to merge it with the title screen. So it's very simple. Instead of connecting the set view target with blend to the main menu widget, you just move it and connect it to the title screen. And then we are going to get all of the main menu stuff and place it here. So we have the title screen, and then the main menu, we have the title screen here. So actually I'm gonna comment on it so that we don't forget. So all of this stuff, it's the title screen, and then we have the main menu stuff. But since we have this one that's connected to a lot of stuff, I think it's not looking very good. So I'm just gonna duplicate it here so that we don't have this spaghetti of blueprints. So just copy and paste it and replace the reference to all of these to this one instead. Like this, it's much more organized. Now we are going to select all of this stuff and connect it after we fade out the title screen. I'm just going to make this comment a bit bigger. Then I'm going to place all of the fade out stuff inside, and I'm going to comment again and then type in fade out. And over here, I'm going to comment inside of it again, and I'm going to call it fade in. As you can see, it looks great. Now I want to activate this space button again. So if you press it, it fades out. We have a delay, then we remove all the widgets, and then we place a brand new widget, which is the main menu stuff. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna need a delay. So if you compile and hit play, it should work. So we have Maria's Adventure, and if you press space, you can see the main menu fades in. Actually, it doesn't fade in. The title screen fades out, and the main menu is just pops up. Now we want it to fade in, but first there is an issue here, which is the set input mode user interface only. Actually, we want to cut it and place it at the very beginning of the blueprint. So after we begin play, we do this, and then we set the target view, because we don't want the main menu to be playable. It's just user interface, so we just have to do this anyway. And it's different when you're using a controller, so I'm not sure about this one yet, but yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. If you, just connect this here. Yeah. If you hit play now, you can see that the mouse doesn't go away, but you can press space and everything's gonna work. Now, what's wrong? Oh, this one also needs a player controller. Okay. Now what we are gonna do is we are gonna go back to the widget and add an animation for the main menu so that it can fade in. So I'm quickly gonna go to the widgets part, the folder, main menu widget, and we just want to create a short animation for the entire canvas panel. So if you press plus animation, then we're gonna call it fade. With it selected, go to the visibility here or the render opacity, make it 0. I already explained all of this stuff in the previous video. Then we are gonna choose, 2 seconds instead of 1.5. Press the render opacity 1, then you add a keyframe, and that's how you create the animation. Now we want to play it same as this, so I'm just gonna copy the play animation node and I'm gonna place it here. The target is the return value of the widget, and the animation, you just get it also from the return value. So you connect this here, the animation, type in fade, and you get fade. Then you connect it there. The play mode is forward, and the loops to play is only one. Now if you compile and give it a try, you can see that press any key to continue, we press space. Oh, it no longer works. Okay, I think there is something wrong. The issue is this one. I'm gonna copy this, or I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna place it after the fade in. If we not do this and try it like this, is it gonna work? Yeah, it works. Okay, let's try it out again. So if we connect the main menu widgets after we remove the widgets with the space button and press any key to continue, we press space and then it fades out and then it fades in, and then we have the main menu working. Now what we are also gonna do is we are gonna check what's wrong with the continue button, because somehow it does not respond when you hover over it. So there has to be something wrong. Actually, there is nothing wrong. So I'm not sure what the problem is. It's not my fault. So we needed to do something similar to the fade in and fade out that happened for the press any key to continue. We want it to be working for the new game, the load game, and all of that stuff. What we are going to do is we want to create a brand new animation, and it's for the, I'm going to call it blink again. This blink animation is going to be 3 seconds long, and the size, no, not the size, basically we want it to fade out and fade in if we have it selected. So for example, we have the alpha here. If you press 0 at the start and then try a keyframe, and then at the 1.5 seconds you make the alpha 1, then add a keyframe, and then at these 3 seconds you make it 0 again and press the keyframe, and then you have the animation now and it works. But you want it to happen when you hover over the button. So we have over here events, or if you just click out of the animations and you have your new game button. So if you press on new game and you have unhovered, if you press the plus, basically what you want to do is you want to play animation. The animation is going to be the blink. The loops to play, we're going to go with 9 million. The target is the new game button, so we're going to go with that. There is something wrong. Oh yeah, the target is the self, I forgot. Okay. Now if you press any key to continue, you should see that it works. But I made a mistake, and that is making the original 0 instead of 1. Actually what we want is we want it to start from 1, then 0, then 1. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the opacity here, and we're actually gonna remake the animation. So just delete all of the keyframes and start over. Yeah, we start with alpha 1, add the keyframe, then we go to 1.5 seconds, then make the keyframe 0, or yeah, 0, then go back to 1 at the 3 seconds. And now if we try it out, there you go, you can see that it works. Now we are gonna have to create the same thing for all of them. So I'm gonna have to create it not while recording the video because I don't want it to be very long, but yeah, that's just how you do it. You do it for all of them, and you go to the graph and add the unhovered for your button. Yeah, there's something wrong, whatever. Anyway, now we have the main menu working and we have the title screen working with it. Oh, I forgot to add the change camera for the main menu. So basically we want to create a brand new camera so that when we are moving from the title screen to the main menu, we want the camera to shift to be facing Maria's face. So it's a very simple thing. What we want to do is we want to copy the set target view with blend and paste it somewhere around here. So we fade out, and then we do the delay, then we get the player, controller, and we do the main menu widget. So I'm going to paste the set view target with blend after we fade out the title screen, and then we are going to have to create a brand new cinematic camera actor. So if we go to the viewport over here, we are just going to duplicate this one and rotate it so that it's facing Maria's face. Actually, yeah, whatever. We don't have to make it way too detailed, so that's fine. Oh, we don't want to face her boobs. Yeah, kinda like this. Now that we have the camera set up, we are just gonna go back to the main menu blueprint and create a reference to Cinematic Camera Actor 2. We're gonna delete the original one and then add it as the new view target. And the blend time, we are gonna make it 1.8 seconds. Basically, as long as the fade out and fade in time, or even less, I'm not sure. We're gonna try it out and we're gonna change it based on that. So if we press space, the camera is gonna change. Yeah. So, oh, what did I press? Yeah, whatever. First of all, the blend time needs to be basically both the delay of the fade out and the delay of the fade in, or the duration of the fade in. So we are gonna make it 3.8 seconds. And then we are gonna change the camera angle because it doesn't look good yet. So I'm gonna rotate it like this a little bit, and then I'm gonna place it kinda like this. And even more to the right. And now if we try it out, yeah, it's not awful, it's fine. Actually, the blend time is way too small, so I'm gonna make it 2.5 and press play. Yeah, it looks great. I think the vertical box needs to be a bit closer here. So I'm gonna go back to the main menu widget and I'm just gonna move the vertical box to be a bit more to the right. Oh, sorry, not this one. It's the position X, like this. And now if we try it out, yeah, a bit more to the left, like this. Yeah, it looks fine. Now we are gonna add a song or something. Actually, no, let's make it play the first level when you press the new game button. So we are gonna go to new game, and over here we should have unclicked. So where is unclicked? Yeah, we don't want to press on the text, we want to press on the button. Yeah, unclicked. If we do that, we should have a delay, basically the delay of the fade out, because we want the main menu to fade out once you press. So we are gonna actually play animation. The animation is gonna be called fade out. The target is gonna be the, I'm not sure, does it fade the entire thing? Yeah, we'll try it like this. The delay is going to be 2 seconds. Basically, that's how long the animation takes to finish. And then we are going to open level. The only level we currently have is the example one. So I'm going to go to starter stuff, third person or third person BP maps. And where's the map? I'm not sure. Yeah, basically I'm going to go to the content folder and I'm going to filter level third person example map. We're gonna copy the name and paste it here. It has to be literal or else the level won't load properly. And now if we try it out, I'm not sure if it's gonna work. So there you go. Then we press new game. Yeah, okay. So it works, but the problem is that we played this forward, so we want to play it in reverse so that it fades out instead of fading in. And now that we have it working, what we can do is make it playable inside of the game, because once you press new game and it loads the level, you know, it's, oh, it works great. Okay, everything works great. I think they changed it with an update. It used to be so that you have to change the input mode again after the level starts, but I think they changed it in an update or something. But yeah, now we have our main menu finished. Now what you can do is you can add a song or a, you know, main menu theme, yeah. So I'm gonna look for a royalty-free dark fantasy theme, and then I'm gonna get back to you so that I can show you how to do that very quick. So I've downloaded this song called Dark Fantasy Music Royalty Free Music by Mattia Cupelli, and this is a very nice song, so you should check it out. And I converted it to a WAV file and imported it into Unreal Engine 4 so that we can use it as a main menu theme. And then I'm just gonna drag it into the game and drop it. And we want it to loop, so actually no, that's not gonna work. We're just gonna undo that. You wanna right click on it and create cue, which is the sound cue, and then double click on that. And what you wanna do is you just wanna make it loop. So if you press on the file, turn on looping, and that's it. Now if you press play, you should see that the main menu is working. I'll show you a preview later after the video is finished, but you can see that the song's working and it sounds very good in the main menu. And then you press new game, it fades out and the game begins. Everything's looking great and the game's shaping up to be a great thing. So actually this is it for today's video. we are going to be working more on the main menu in later videos, maybe in the next one. Actually, yeah, it's going to be the next one. We're going to make the quit button menu. We're going to make the quit button work, and we are going to fix all of the issues that we have, and maybe try out making the options button work also, but that's going to take its own work. So yeah, I might make a separate video for that. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that you've learned a lot. It's a very simple thing to make a main menu in Unreal Engine, and it's been very enjoyable for this video and the previous one. It's even more fun than normal blueprints, which is great. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and that you subscribe if you are new to my channel. And super special thanks to my precious patrons who are supporting this series and getting the project files in return. And yeah, this is it. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care and have a great day. Bye.